Good day, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something uncomfortable, something most people don't want to hear, but it's the truth. Why do only 2% of people succeed while the rest struggle? What separates the few from the many? Most people believe success is about luck, talent, or being born into the right circumstances, but the truth is much simpler and much harder to accept. Success follows a set of principles, and those who ignore them are left wondering why life doesn't give them what they want. So today, I'm going to share with you the hard truths about success, the ones most people overlook. If you understand and apply these principles, you'll join the 2% who make it, but if you ignore them, well, you'll just be part of the crowd. Success requires sacrifice, discipline, and persistence. But here's the problem. Most people love comfort. They choose easy over difficult, pleasure over purpose, and excuses over effort. The 2%, they embrace discomfort because they know growth comes from struggle. Harsh? Maybe, but it's the truth. Success doesn't knock on your door because you wish for it. The 2% understand that results come from taking action, not waiting for luck. Most people spend hours scrolling, binge watching, and distracting themselves. The successful, they invest time in learning, reading, and developing skills. Every book, every course, every lesson, they see it as a step toward mastery. Motivation is like a firework. It lights up fast but burns out just as quickly. The 2% don't rely on motivation. They build habits, routines, and self-discipline that keep them moving even when they don't feel like it. The unsuccessful blame the economy, their boss, their upbringing, or bad luck. The 2% take full responsibility. They don't waste time on complaints, they focus on solutions. Most people drift through life without direction. The successful have a clear vision of where they're going. They set goals, make plans, and adjust their path when needed, but they never lose sight of the target. Thinking is great, planning is important, but action, that's where success is born. The 2% don't just dream or talk, they execute. They don't wait for the perfect moment, they create it. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. The 2% don't waste time with complainers and doubters. They seek out mentors, high achievers, and people who challenge them to grow. Most people let emotions control them. Fear, doubt, frustration. The successful learn to control their emotions, stay focused, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough. The number one reason most people fail? They give up too soon. The 2% don't quit when it gets hard. They adapt, they learn, they pivot, but they never stop until they reach their goal. Most people wake up every day wanting things to change, hoping for a better life, wishing success would just come their way. But when it comes down to it, they aren't willing to do what it takes. They want comfort more than they want growth. They say they want to be successful, but what they really want is to stay in their comfort zone, where nothing challenges them, nothing stretches them, and nothing forces them to become more than they are today. Success doesn't come from ease. It comes from discomfort. It comes from pushing yourself beyond what feels good, beyond what's convenient, beyond what's familiar. Growth happens when you step into situations that make you uncomfortable, that test your patience, that challenge your limits. But most people, they avoid discomfort like the plague. They'd rather sleep in than wake up early to work on their goals. They'd rather watch TV than read a book that could change their thinking. They'd rather stay in a job they hate than take the risk of chasing something better. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The successful learn to embrace discomfort. They understand that every great achievement was once impossible for them until they did it. They don't run from the hard things. They lean into them. They know that growth isn't a one-time event. It's a daily commitment to doing what others won't, to sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term success. So the question is, do you want comfort or do you want growth? Because you can't have both. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that no one is coming to save you. No one owes you success, wealth, happiness, or a better future. The world doesn't hand out rewards just because you want something. It doesn't care about your dreams, your struggles, or how hard life has been. It only responds to effort, discipline, and results. Too many people walk around with a sense of entitlement, believing they deserve more just because they exist. They expect success to come knocking, but success doesn't work that way. It doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work, those who take action, those who refuse to make excuses. Look around. Opportunity is everywhere, but most people don't take it. They spend time complaining about unfairness instead of focusing on what they can do. They wait for the perfect conditions instead of starting where they are. They blame circumstances, the economy, their upbringing, anything except taking full responsibility for their own lives. But here's the truth. The moment you accept that nothing is owed to you is the moment you take control. The moment you stop expecting life to be fair is the moment you start winning. Because when you take full responsibility, you realize that your future is entirely in your hands. You want success? Earn it. You want wealth? Create value. You want a better life? Make better choices. The world doesn't owe you anything, but if you're willing to put in the work, it will give you exactly what you deserve. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's what they choose to do with their time. Most people trade their future for short-term pleasure. They spend hours on entertainment, distractions, and things that add no real value to their lives. But the few who rise to the top, they prioritize learning. They see knowledge as an investment, not a chore. It's easy to sit back, relax, and let the hours slip away watching TV, scrolling through social media, or playing games. It feels good in the moment, but it doesn't move you forward. It doesn't teach you anything new. It doesn't open doors. It simply fills the time. And time, once spent, never comes back. The successful know that every book they read, every skill they develop, every lesson they learn compounds over time. They don't ask, is this fun? They ask, will this make me better? They understand that learning isn't just for school. It's a lifelong habit. Because the more you know, the more valuable you become. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you attract. The truth is, life will always give you a choice: waste time or invest time. The ones who make it to the top are the ones who choose to invest. They turn off distractions. They use their spare moments to grow, to study, to improve. And while most people wonder why they aren't getting ahead, the few who made learning a priority are already miles ahead of them. Motivation feels good. It's exciting. It's that rush of energy when you set a new goal, watch an inspiring video, or hear a great speech. But here's the problem. Motivation doesn't last. It fades. It disappears the moment things get difficult. And if you rely on motivation to succeed, you'll find yourself stuck, waiting for the next burst of inspiration that may never come. The ones who succeed don't rely on feelings. They rely on discipline. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They don't wait to be in the mood to work out. They go to the gym anyway. They don't wait to feel inspired to work on their business. They show up every day and do the work. They don't make excuses about being tired, busy, or unmotivated. They take action regardless of circumstances. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. The truth is, motivation might get you started, but only discipline will keep you going. Discipline means setting a standard for yourself and sticking to it even when no one is watching. It means making a commitment to your future self and refusing to break that promise. The real test isn't how hard you work when you're motivated, it's how hard you work when you're not. Anyone can push themselves when they feel excited, but success belongs to those who show up every single day no matter what, because in the end, motivation is temporary, but discipline is what builds empires. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything changes. Until then, you're just a passenger, blaming traffic for making you late, blaming the weather for ruining your plans, blaming the economy, your boss, your upbringing, anything except yourself. But here's the truth. As long as you blame something or someone else, you give away your power. You put your future in someone else's hands, and that's a dangerous place to be. Successful people don't waste time pointing fingers. They don't sit around waiting for the government to fix their problems, for the market to turn in their favor, or for someone to come along and make their dreams happen. They take 100% responsibility, no excuses, no complaints, no blaming. If they fail, they own it. If something goes wrong, they ask, what could I have done differently? They don't dwell on what's out of their control. They focus on what they can control, their effort, their attitude, their decisions. Taking full responsibility isn't always easy. It means admitting when you've made mistakes. It means accepting that where you are today is a direct result of the choices you've made. But it also means something incredible. If your choices got you here, your choices can take you somewhere better. That's real power. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. If you want a better life, you have to take charge of it. Own your choices, own your actions, and watch how fast your life starts to change. Success doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't come from luck, wishing, or hoping things will work out. It comes from having a clear vision, knowing exactly where you're going and what you want. Most people drift through life with no real direction. They wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, and repeat year after year without ever asking, where am I heading? But the ones who succeed, they have a plan. They know what they want, why they want it, and what steps they need to take to get there. Without a vision, you become reactive, always responding to life instead of creating it. You let circumstances dictate your future instead of taking control of it. You settle for whatever comes your way instead of designing the life you truly want. But when you have a vision, everything changes. You wake up with purpose. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that align with your goals. A strong vision doesn't just keep you focused. It keeps you moving forward when times get tough. Because challenges will come, obstacles will appear. There will be days when you feel like quitting. But if your vision is clear enough, strong enough, and meaningful enough, you'll keep pushing through. So ask yourself, where am I going? What do I really want? Because if you don't know the answer, you'll end up wherever life takes you. But if you do know, if you have a vision so strong that it pulls you forward, then nothing, not fear, not failure, not setbacks, can stop you from getting there. You can have the best ideas, the biggest dreams, and the smartest plans, but without action, none of it matters. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence or talent, it's action. Successful people don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. They don't spend years planning, analyzing, and thinking without ever taking the first step. They move. They take massive action. They understand that progress comes from doing, not just thinking about doing. Most people hesitate. They overthink. They let fear, doubt, and uncertainty hold them back. They tell themselves they need more time, more information, more preparation. But the truth is, action creates clarity. You don't need all the answers to get started. You don't need a perfect plan. What you need is momentum. Because once you start moving, opportunities begin to appear, doors begin to open, and lessons come from experience, not theory. Taking massive action means going all in. It means showing up every single day, putting in the work, and refusing to let excuses stop you. It means pushing past obstacles, adapting when things don't go as planned, and adjusting your course instead of giving up. It's about persistence, consistency, relentless execution. The truth is, success is never about luck. It's about cause and effect. You put in the effort, you get the results. You take action and things begin to happen. Stop waiting, stop doubting, and start doing. Because action is the only thing that will take you from where you are to where you want to be. Look at the people around you. Look at the conversations you have, the energy they bring, the way they think, because whether you realize it or not, your environment shapes you. You rise or fall to the level of the people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with complainers, guess what? You'll start complaining. If you spend time with people who make excuses, soon you'll be making them too. But if you surround yourself with winners, people who think big, take action, and push themselves, you'll be pulled in that direction. Successful people don't waste time with negativity. They don't spend hours listening to gossip, whining about problems, or engaging in meaningless drama. They seek out people who challenge them, who inspire them, who make them think bigger and do better. They understand that growth happens in the right environment, so they place themselves in rooms where success is the standard, not the exception. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but it does mean you need to protect your mindset. Be intentional about who you let influence you. If you want to achieve great things, find people who are already doing it. Listen to them, learn from them, let their habits, their mindset, their work ethic rub off on you. Because success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you surround yourself with. And when you spend time with winners, success starts to feel normal. Emotions can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Most people let their emotions control them. They react instead of respond. They make decisions based on how they feel in the moment rather than what's best in the long run. They get frustrated and quit. They feel afraid and hesitate. They get discouraged and stop trying. But the ones who succeed, they master their emotions. They don't ignore them, but they don't let them take over either. They understand that emotions are temporary, but decisions can have permanent consequences. Life will test you. There will be disappointments, setbacks, and days when nothing goes right. But emotional mastery means staying steady no matter what happens. It means keeping your cool when things go wrong, staying disciplined when you don't feel like working, and pushing forward even when fear or doubt creeps in. It means choosing action over hesitation, commitment over excuses, and logic over impulse. The truth is, success doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It rewards those who do what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel in the moment. Winners know that emotions can cloud judgment, so they develop the ability to pause, reflect, and take control. Instead of reacting to life, they take charge of their responses. So ask yourself, are you running your emotions or are your emotions running you? Because the moment you learn to control your emotions, rather than letting them control you, is the moment you unlock a level of power that few ever reach. The road to success is filled with obstacles. There will be setbacks, failures, disappointments, and days when you feel like nothing is working. Most people hit a roadblock and give up. They tell themselves, maybe it wasn't meant to be. They let frustration, fear, or exhaustion convince them to stop. But the ones who make it, they never quit. Quitting is easy. It requires no effort, no discipline, no commitment. Anyone can quit when things get hard. But those who succeed understand that setbacks are part of the journey. They know that failure isn't the end, it's just feedback. They don't see obstacles as stop signs, they see them as challenges to overcome. They learn, they adjust, and they keep going. The truth is, nothing worth having comes easy. The most successful people in the world have faced rejection, failure, and moments of doubt. But they didn't let it stop them. They pushed forward when others would have walked away. They showed up when they didn't feel like it. They kept going long after the excitement wore off. Most people quit too soon. They stop digging just before they hit gold. They give up before they realize how close they were. But if you commit to never quitting, if you decide that no matter how long it takes, how hard it gets, or how many times you fail, you will not stop, then success becomes inevitable. Because the only way to truly fail is to quit. Keep going. Stay in the game. The rewards are waiting for those who refuse to give up. Life will always present challenges. Things won't always go as planned. Problems will arise, obstacles will appear, and setbacks will test you. But what separates those who succeed from those who struggle is where they put their focus. Most people dwell on the problem. They complain about it, overanalyze it, and let it drain their energy. But the successful, they immediately shift their focus to solutions. When something goes wrong, they don't waste time asking, why is this happening to me? Instead, they ask, what can I do about it? They train their minds to look for answers, alternatives, and opportunities. They don't allow negativity to cloud their judgment. They stay calm, assess the situation, and take action. Because they know that every problem has a solution if they're willing to find it. The truth is, your focus determines your future. If you focus on problems, you get stuck. If you focus on solutions, you move forward. The people who rise to the top don't have fewer challenges than others. They just refuse to let those challenges control them. They understand that success isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about overcoming them with the right mindset and the right actions. Indecision is one of the greatest thieves of success. Most people spend their lives hesitating, second-guessing, and overanalyzing every choice. They fear making the wrong decision, so they make no decision at all. And that in itself is a decision. But the successful, they make decisions quickly and confidently. They understand that success isn't about making perfect decisions, it's about making decisions and then making them right. They trust themselves. They gather the best information they can, but they don't get stuck in endless thinking. They take action, adjust if necessary, and keep moving forward. They know that momentum is key and that waiting for the perfect moment only leads to wasted time and missed opportunities. Every major breakthrough, every big success starts with a decision. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to stand still. They commit, they move. And if they make a mistake, they learn from it, adapt, and keep going because they understand that progress is always better than perfection. Your habits define your future. The small choices you make every day, what you eat, how you spend your time, what you read, who you associate with, are shaping your life whether you realize it or not. Most people don't control their habits, they let their habits control them. They fall into routines that bring them comfort but not growth. They do things out of habit, even if those things are holding them back. But the successful, they consciously build habits that lead to success. They understand that willpower is temporary, but habits are permanent. They don't rely on motivation to get things done. They create daily routines that make success automatic. They develop the habit of waking up early, the habit of exercising, the habit of reading, the habit of taking action, because they know that success isn't built in a day, but through the things you do every single day. If you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. Success isn't about massive overnight changes. It's about the small, consistent actions that compound over time. Build the right habits and success will follow. Most people spend their lives avoiding risk. They fear failure, rejection, and uncertainty, so they stay where it's safe. They take the comfortable path, the predictable path, the path that guarantees they won't lose, but also guarantees they won't win. The successful, they take risks, but not just any risks. Calculated risks. They don't gamble with their future, but they also don't let fear hold them back. They understand that every great opportunity comes with uncertainty. They do their research, weigh the pros and cons, and then they act. They know that growth happens outside the comfort zone, that every major success story starts with someone who is willing to step into the unknown. The truth is, playing it safe is the riskiest thing you can do, because while you're staying comfortable, the world is moving forward, and if you're not willing to take risks, you'll be left behind. The ones who succeed are the ones who take chances, seize opportunities, and trust themselves to figure things out along the way. Success can be dangerous not because of the rewards it brings, but because of the mindset it can create. Many people achieve a little success and then stop growing. They think they've arrived. They think they know enough. And that's the moment they start to decline. The successful, they stay humble and keep learning. They understand that no matter how much they know, there is always more to learn. They remain students of life. They study, they ask questions, they seek out mentors. They know that the moment they stop growing is the moment they start falling behind. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's understanding that there's always another level to reach. It's recognizing that success is a journey, not a destination. It's staying open to new ideas, new strategies, new ways of thinking. Because in the end, the world belongs to the learners, the doers, and the ones who never stop improving. The people who stay humble, stay hungry, and stay committed to growth are the ones who rise and stay at the top. Success isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do every single day. Most people start strong. They set big goals. They get excited. They put in the work, but then life happens. They lose motivation. They get distracted. They start skipping the small daily disciplines that once mattered to them, and before they know it, they're back where they started. But the ones who truly succeed, they stay consistent no matter what. They don't rely on motivation because they know it comes and goes. They don't wait until they feel like it. They show up, rain or shine. They understand that small daily actions create big results over time. It's not about making massive progress in a single day. It's about making steady progress every day. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't see the growth overnight. You water it, nurture it, take care of it, and one day it becomes strong, unshakable. That's how success works. The ones who win are the ones who stay committed, even when no one is clapping, even when no one is watching, even when progress feels slow, because they know consistency beats intensity every time. Time is the most valuable resource you have. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Most people let time slip through their fingers. They waste hours scrolling, watching, and procrastinating, and then wonder why they're not where they want to be. They say, I don't have enough time. But the truth is, it's not about how much time you have. It's about how you use it. The successful, they control their time. They don't just go with the flow. They plan their days, set priorities, and make sure that their time is spent on things that actually move them forward. They cut out distractions, they say no to things that don't serve their goals, and they make sure every hour counts. If you don't manage your time, someone else will. Your phone, your TV, other people's demands, something will always try to steal your time. The key is to take control. Schedule your success. Protect your time. Because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. Life will knock you down. That's not a possibility. That's a guarantee. You will fail. You will face rejection. You will experience moments that make you want to quit. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't that successful people avoid failure. It's that they know how to turn setbacks into comebacks. Most people see failure as the end of the road. They take one hit and never get back up. But the ones who win, they see failure as feedback. They learn from it. They grow from it. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? They ask, what can I learn from this? They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. The greatest success stories are filled with failure. The biggest achievers in history have all faced rejection, criticism, and obstacles. But they refused to let those moments define them. They got back up every single time. That's the secret. It's not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. Everyone wants to be a leader. Everyone wants respect, influence, and the ability to make an impact. But real leadership doesn't start with other people. It starts with yourself. The most successful people don't wait for someone else to push them. They don't rely on outside motivation. They lead themselves first. They set high standards for themselves. They demand more from themselves than anyone else ever could. They don't just talk about discipline, they live it. They don't just talk about integrity, they embody it. Before they ever lead a team, a company, or a movement, they prove that they can lead themselves. Because here's the truth, people follow what you do, not what you say. If you want to inspire, if you want to influence, if you want to make a difference, start with yourself. The world doesn't need more people who give orders. It needs more people who lead by example. Most people want quick results. They want success overnight, wealth in a month, a dream life with little effort. They start something new, and if they don't see results immediately, they quit. But the successful, they play the long game. They know that real success takes time. They don't chase shortcuts. They don't get distracted by quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. They commit for the long haul, knowing that greatness is built over years, not days. Think of it like building a house. If you try to throw it together overnight, it won't stand. But if you take the time to build a strong foundation, brick by brick, it will last a lifetime. Success works the same way. The people who win are the ones who are patient, who keep going even when progress feels slow, who trust the process and keep showing up. So the question is, are you in it for the moment or are you in it for life? Because the real rewards don't come to those who start fast. They come to those who stay the course. Most people have a common pattern. They work hard, achieve a little success, and then slow down. They get comfortable. They let their drive fade. They lose the hunger that got them started. And before they know it, they're no longer growing. They're just maintaining. But the ones who keep rising, they stay hungry no matter how much they achieve. They never let success make them complacent. They don't sit back and say, I've made it. Instead, they ask, what's next? How can I get better? What's the next challenge? Because they understand that success is a moving target. The moment you stop chasing it, it starts slipping away. The greats in every field, business, sports, leadership, never lose their hunger. They stay curious, driven, and eager to improve. They don't see success as a finish line. They see it as a stepping stone to something greater. They stay humble, they stay sharp, and they keep pushing forward because they know that the moment you lose your hunger, you start falling behind. Most people avoid discomfort. They push the hardest tasks to the end of the day, the end of the week, sometimes the end of their life. They say, I'll do it later, but later turns into never, and they wonder why they never reach their full potential. But the successful, they do the hard things first. They wake up and tackle the most challenging tasks before anything else. They don't wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, or the perfect situation. They just start. They understand that the things that feel uncomfortable now are the very things that will make them stronger in the future. Because here's the truth. If you only do what's easy, life will be hard. But if you do what's hard, life will be easy. The ones who win in life don't wait until they feel like it. They prioritize discipline over comfort. They build momentum early, they create an edge, and they dominate their day while others are still making excuses.